Whilst shooting Alluring Times, they practically had all their scenes together, and so their scripts were basically the same. Lu Jinian had asked so nicely, and Qiao Anhao felt a little astonished. She raised her head and looked at him. She realized there wasn't a trace of anger on his face. The raw nerves calmed slightly. Then, she immediately pulled up the wrinkled script that she had gripped tightly in her hands. She thought about it for a moment, then said, "I'll leave the script here with you. I'll leave first. Once you've made a copy, let me know and I'll come pick it up." Lu Jinian's eyes grew slightly cold as he glared at Qiao Anhao, who had her head lowered. He took the script from her hands and, turning to the living room, pointing at the sofa. "You'll wait here." He took the script with him into the room, not allowing Qiao Anhao to object. Qiao Anhao carefully sat down on the sofa. Through the open door, she saw Lu Jinian standing in front of the desk, shuffling through the script. He then put some pages into the hotel's miniature photocopier, and she heard the swiping noises from the photocopier at work. The photocopier was automatic, so Lu Jinian's part was done. He turned back and headed for the living room. Startled, Qiao Anhao immediately diverted her eyes from him. Lu Jinian stepped into the room. First, he looked at Qiao Anhao, who sat stiff on the sofa. Then, he made his way to the bar where he poured a cup of water and brought it over to Qiao Anhao. Stunned, she hurriedly put both hands out to take the cup of water and said in a low voice, "Thank you." Lu Jinian casually sat in silence beside Qiao Anhao on the sofa. He grabbed the remote control from the table and turned on the TV. A variety show was on. It was Qiao Anhao's favorite show, but at this moment, she was growing increasingly more nervous. Sitting beside Lu Jinian, she could smell his sweet body odor with her every breath, causing her heart to race like crazy. She was in no mood to watch TV right now. In the end, all she could do to relax was to drink the water non-stop. Seeing that her cup was empty, Lu Jinian calmly asked, "Do you want more?" Shocked by Lu Jinian's voice, she frantically shook her head and put her cup on the table. Soon, she realized that her palms were drenched in sweat. She was able to hide her nerves earlier with the cup of water, but now she was empty-handed. She could only sit there beside Lu Jinian, motionless. The longer she sat, the stiffer she felt. By the end, she felt like she would transform into a rock.